Okay, let's talk about two of the trickiest little marks in the English language, the comma and the semicolon. Getting them right can feel like a puzzle, right? Well, think of this as a quick, confidence-boosting refresher. We're going to clear up all the confusion for good. Let's jump in. So let's start with a little challenge. Look at this sentence. What do you think goes in that box with the question mark? A comma? A period? Something else? Take a sec to think about it. Hey, if you paused there for a second, you are definitely not alone. This is one of those spots where a lot of people get tripped up. But don't worry, by the end of this, you're going to know exactly what to do every time. We're going to tackle this like a video game, in levels. So, first up is level 1, building the foundation. This is all about the good old, straightforward list comma, the one we all know and love. And the rule here, it's actually super simple. The source material is crystal clear. When you've got a list of 3 or more things, you pop a comma after each one, except for the very last item. It's all about making that list clean and easy to read. And here it is in action. It's so clear when you see it, isn't it? I carried water, comma, snacks, comma, and a first aid kit. Those little commas just give you a tiny pause and neatly separate everything. And just like that, level 1 is complete. See? Easy. All right, let's level up. Welcome to level 2. Now we're talking about connecting 2 full sentences. This is where you have a choice to make. You've got to pick the right tool for the job. So you've got 2 main options in your toolkit. Option 1, you can use a comma plus a little joining word, like and, but, or so, which gives you a really smooth flowing sentence. Or option 2, you can use a semicolon. This creates a stronger pause, and it tells your reader that these 2 ideas are separate but very closely connected. The cool part is, a lot of the time, the choice is just about style. Okay, let's break down that first method. The key here is to think of it like a tag team. The comma can't do the job of connecting 2 full sentences on its own. No way. It needs a partner, one of those joining words, a conjunction. They have to work together. Check out this perfect example. On one side, you have the restaurant was crowded. That's a complete sentence. On the other side, the meals were delicious. Also a complete sentence. So how do we join them? With that tag team, comma, but. It connects them beautifully. And now for method number 2, the mighty semicolon. I love this one. The best way to think of it is as a super comma. Seriously, it's strong enough to do the job of both a comma and a conjunction all by itself. The only catch, the 2 sentences have to be really closely related in meaning. And hey, don't just take my word for it. You can see the rule right here, straight from the source material. It lays it all out. A comma needs that joining word, but a semicolon, it can connect 2 related ideas all on its own. Seeing it like this really makes it click. Okay, so let's go all the way back to that first sentence I showed you. I've been working all day. That's a complete thought. I need a break. That's another complete thought. And they're super related, right? So what's the perfect tool? You got it, the semicolon. It connects them perfectly. Okay, you've made it through the first 2 levels. You're doing great. But now, it's time for level 3. This is the boss battle. This is where we unlock the semicolon's true superpower. So imagine this scenario. You're writing a list, but the items in your list are complicated. They already have their own commas inside them. If you try to use more commas to separate everything, it just turns into a total mess, right? How would anyone read that? Well, this is where our hero, the semicolon, swoops in to save the day. To stop everything from becoming a jumbled mess, you use it as a kind of super separator. It creates these strong, clear divisions between the complicated items in your list, bringing order to the chaos. Let's walk through this amazing example from the source. The first big item on the list isn't just water. No, it's water, which was required by the tour guide. You see that comma in there right after water? That's our signal. To show that this whole chunk is just one item, we end it with a semicolon. And here comes the second big item, snacks, which were recommended. Once again, it's a whole phrase, and it's got its own comma. So what do? We use another semicolon to separate it from whatever comes next. It's like building a really sturdy fence between the items. And finally, the last item on our list, and a first aid kit in case of injuries. Because we used those semicolons, we can clearly see the 3 main things that were carried, even though each one is a longer description. That right there is the semicolon's superpower. It's a game changer. You did it! You made it through all 3 levels. Now, let's just do a quick, fun check to make sure all this new knowledge is really locked in. Ready to test your mastery? First one up. How would you handle this sentence? She traveled to many countries in Europe, including France, Italy, and Spain. Think back. This is level 1 stuff. Yup, you nailed it. It's just a simple list of countries, so all you need are those simple commas to separate them. Nice and easy. Perfect. Okay, last one. What about this sentence? I don't have time to wait for the bus. A cab will get me there on time. You've got 2 complete, very related ideas here. What's the right move? And the answer is the semicolon. Of course, it joins those 2 complete sentences perfectly without needing any extra words. That's our level 2 skill right there, in action. Fantastic. So let's wrap up with this idea. Punctuation isn't just about a bunch of boring rules. It's about power. It's the tool that lets you make your ideas crystal clear, that gives your writing rhythm and flow. It makes sure people hear what you're saying, exactly the way you mean it. And now you've mastered 2 of the most powerful tools in the entire kit.